Brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin indeed on a Wednesday morning. Hump Day. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. The people in the liner are in the show, in the program this morning. That's right. Doesn't happen often, but here we are. Yes. Happy Wednesday morning to everybody out there. We've got two versions of Photograph lined up for you this morning. Oh, my God.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. No, see, Nickelback released a 15th anniversary or 20th anniversary?
15th anniversary.
15th anniversary of all the right directions. Is that what it's called? And
all the right reasons.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And for all the wrong reasons. But they released an acoustic version of Photograph, and now we had them both playing side by side. They don't sound much different. That's all.
What do you mean?
And we've been challenged. It's been the gauntlet has been thrown by Samantha Stewart on Cabin Country. She played their cover, Nickelback's cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And in our host Facebook group, she asked, who will play it next?
Challenge Lane.
And I said, we will. Maybe. I'll ask. So I've got it lined up. But, I mean, I want to hear your opinions, gentlemen. Do you want to hear Nickelback's version of Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Of course.
Okay. Ollie?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as it's not on our radio station, I'd love to hear it.
Fair enough. You had something on the tip of your tongue before I went into that.
No, I was starting to feel as though things were going back to normal a little bit. I was happy to come in here and see Lecter at 7 o'clock exactly loading up hockey highlights in order to watch him on the computer over here in the corner. I was like, well, this
hockey
is good.
highlights? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you had the window up with some...
Where? This?
I can't remember.
That's a tribute to Dale Howard. How dare you?
There was a video with some hockey on it. What more do you want
I'm
from me?
trying to read a story about how a referee is out for the remainder of the playoffs.
If you say so.
This is important news.
All right.
Okay. Well, we're coming in hot from a bunch of different angles.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler, Lecter, and AJ with you on your Wednesday morning on this hump day. We had something coming up at the 8 o'clock hour that we were just talking about for the last couple minutes, and, well, you'll have to wait. It's interesting, but we're going to let Sarah explain, because it was presented without comment on our board, so I will not comment on it.
Oh, you guys don't even know what it's about.
Well, I mean, we do. We know the thrust of the break.
Okay,
but
so to speak.
But
I mean, we want to let Sarah do it. She's going to lead the break.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
her topic.
It's absolutely her topic. Now you're making her sound like an expert on it.
Well, she brought it up.
That's true.
She better be an expert.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's what we demand from our guests or from people in this studio. They be experts on what they're talking.
You bring up a topic.
Yeah, that's right. So let's get back into Nickelback, because I am an expert on Nickelback. Now, we have an unabashed, I don't want to say hate.
No.
Unabashed disinterest in Nickelback.
Yeah.
Yeah. The opposite of love is not hate.
No.
It's, what is it?
Apathy.
Dislike.
Apathy. Yeah, dislike. No, not dislike. The opposite of love would be not feeling anything at all.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't really feel anything about Nickelback.
The
I mean,
love
I
is dead
understand that some
inside.
people like them. They were at one time the world's most hated band. But that anytime any band becomes the world's biggest band, they're going to be hated by a lot of people.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, before them, the biggest band in the world was U2.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hate U2.
Yep.
Right?
You're right.
U2 might have also been the biggest band after Nickelback.
No. Imagine Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine Dragons are the biggest band in the
Right,
world.
yeah.
And they're the new Nickelback. And
Yeah.
they may even be more insipid than Nickelback.
and even that, you can, like, if you're talking just, well, quote-unquote, rock band. Because if you want to go into, like, what's that South Korean boy band? They're just massive.
yeah, K-Town or whatever. They're
They're
massive.
the biggest band in the world.
They're huge. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, if you're but usually the anchor of what's the biggest band in the world is usually a North American band.
Yeah.
Or so, like a Western band or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Not country and Western, but a Western, like, you know.
I mean,
you know,
also not country. and
not
Western.
country, right? I mean, Rascal Flatts. So we've been talking Nickelback this morning. Like we said, got challenged with Samantha Stewart of Cabin Country to play Nickelback's cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Oh, we are.
We're going to do it after
We're
this
gonna
break.
do it,
We're going to
yeah.
play it. We didn't play Charlie Daniels' version when he died.
Can we
For
at least
whatever
have a
reason.
discussion about this?
No, we're having a discussion right now. This
Okay.
is the discussion. Now, it was the 50th anniversary of All the Right Decisions, or whatever that album's called. All the Right Directions, which included, right? What other songs did it include besides If Everyone cared, nobody died. It's 15 years ago now that Nickelback had gotten into their like We Are the World section of their career as the world's biggest band, where they sing a song about how if everybody cared, nobody died or bled or stuff.
You are 100% correct. It did feature If Everyone Cared.
Yes.
One of the singles.
And
all
Rockstar.
The right reasons.
All the right reasons. Rockstar.
Rockstar, another one. I actually love Rockstar. I've always liked that song.
But I hate the video.
You know what? I don't think I've ever actually seen the video.
So the video is them on tour, and it just features a bunch of people like Ted Nugent's in the video.
Whoa,
and like
name drop.
Nelly Furtado is in the video.
Hey-o.
And like, the line about libraries or whatever. There's something like
library.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then she's like dancing, and like it was like she didn't know what to do, so she's like opening a book with her hands when she mentions libraries. I'm just like, oh god,
at least
that's one of her signature dance moves.
That's right.
Book.
Chapter 1, how to dance.
It's called the book move.
It also had featured "Saving Me" and, of course, Photograph,
which is our favorite song of all time from Nickelback. Not for the reasons you might suspect, but what they did do on this version, the 15th anniversary version, they remastered it and released an acoustic version, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, the song is almost an acoustic song anyway, so having an acoustic stripped-down version of it, it's not really a departure. And we took a listen to it this morning, and Lecter and I both agreed that it doesn't sound like they re-recorded it. It's just like, it's a remaster, right? So they've basically taken out some tracks. From it. So, like, I'm not sure what they've taken out. It sounds like they've transposed it lower, but it's not slower. It's just lower.
No, yeah.
Right, lower key.
Exactly the same.
Pretty much. So let's play the first few seconds of the original, and then we'll play the first few seconds of the acoustic, and then we can all decide which is the greatest Nickelback song. Oh, and yeah, Melanson, just a friend of the show, Jason Melanson, messaged us. You really debating playing Nickelback over Charlie Daniels? You didn't get much sleep last night, did you? Here's the thing. Yes, I am debating playing Nickelback over Charlie Daniels, and
no, it's no debate. We've already decided.
We've already decided we're not going to play
version.
Charlie Daniels version.
Yeah, we are going to play Nickelback
because every time I hear that song, I want to stick something in my ear. Okay, so let's play the original Photograph from All the Right Decisions, 15 years ago. All the Right Reasons. That's the one.
You got it.
Yeah, that's right. It's the car driving down the road. How do I not remember that? Okay. First few seconds of the original Photograph. Look at this graph! Sorry, pardon me. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Classic.
I kind of like it.
It's hard to not like a little bit.
Right, it's right there in that wheelhouse of like.
This plays in all of our heads when we go back to our hometown.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's unavoidable.
It's been playing in my head for 6 years. So,
and it hits home. I bet you had better things to do than go to
video,
school.
Like, I get why people like it. I get why people like it.
Yeah.
I like Totina's pizza rolls. I get it.
Wait, is that in the song?
No. But, I mean, it's junk. That you put in your body. You're like, you know what?
Got it.
I am.
And I like really bad movies.
Yeah.
And I enjoy them.
You do like really bad movies.
So that's why I think I could acquire a taste again for Nickelback.
So we'll play the other version from All the Right Reasons. 15th anniversary expanded edition. Okay, so they got some remasters on there. They got their cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. This is not a new album, just a remastered album.
So I'm just reading your screen here.
Yeah.
Do they also have a cover of We Will Rock You?
Oh, God.
Did I miss that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, last paragraph. B-sides that include a cover of Queen's We Will Rock You.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
How did I miss that?
Oh, my God. Why are we talking about The Devil Went Down? Okay, anyway.
Wow.
There's lots to talk about here. Lots to unpack.
Yeah.
So let's play the first few seconds of the remastered acoustic version of Photograph. It just sounds like they added another acoustic guitar.
That's what they did.
Beef up that guitar track a little. Drop it a key.
Yeah, drop the key.
Yeah.
Right?
So they added in at the beginning.
Yeah. Sounds like they added another back vocal, too. Joey must be in the back.
How did his eyes get
so red? I mean...
No difference whatsoever.
Not really. I mean, it's transposed down. They added an acoustic track, but it doesn't sound like they re-recorded this.
And they threw in that little chick on the guitar before.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much just a heads up. Like, hey, it's going to be acoustic, just so you know.
Well, it's 15th anniversary. You know, they're all a little bit older. Their fans have gotten a little bit older as well, grown up with them, right? So you got to drop that key a little, make it realistic for people
We're all
to still be
able
to sing along with.
We got kids.
Yeah.
All right? We got a home. Yeah. We got kids.
Can't just
we got
remaster.
We got a boat.
You remember
we got a trailer. We got quads. We got Ski-Doos. We got Ski-Doos.
You remember when Led Zeppelin did that? What was it, like the 35th anniversary concert? That one-off show, and all of the songs were dropped by a key because Robert Plant can't hit those notes anymore. And it kind of sounded like he was melting a little bit, but we still had a good time.
Now, our favorite version of this song is, of course, this.
Look at this graph.
The look at his face. It looks like one eye's going off in one direction. It's amazing. Okay.
It never gets old.
So this is our Nickelback break. We're going to finish it off with Nickelback's cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And while we're doing that, we're going to listen to their cover of We Will Rock You. Oh, jeez. It's a long morning. A lot going on. Nickelback's cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia off their re-release of All the Right Moves. Directions. What is it?
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
Wheeler, Lecter, and AJ with you. We wanted to come in right after that cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia by Nickelback, but we had to go into the news, and we do have some structure here at the morning show. Mm-hmm. But we did want to respond to that egregious song. You know what? You two liked it. I did not.
Bono liked it?
What? No, I didn't.
Oh, no, you said you two liked it.
Oh, you two liked it. As in you two.
Yeah, one of the biggest bands in the world.
One of the biggest bands.
I'm sure Bono probably does like it.
I'm sure he doesn't.
No.
But it was funny because when it first started playing, Lecter went, "Okay, Dragon Force, take it easy." Because I mean, that's what it sounded like.
Oh, very much.
It sounded like Guitar Hero on expert setting.
Yeah,
right. Because I mean, Devil Went Down to Georgia is actually on Guitar Hero 2 or 3.
Oh,
and you play the violin part, so you're like. So basically, they're not doing a cover of Charlie Daniels' version of Devil Went Down to Georgia. They're doing the Guitar Hero version. So now we know that Nickelback are big Guitar Hero fans, and that's what they base their cover on. I mean, it's not. You know what? No, I'm going to stick to my guns. Didn't like it at all.
Didn't like it.
Okay,
that's fair.
Yeah,
see, I've been trying to remove myself from the Nickelback stigma. Because at some stage, everyone decided the Nickelback just sucks.
Well, they were the biggest band in the world. So, if something's the biggest band in the world, people are going to hate it automatically.
And I feel like I got sucked into that a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Because I actually didn't mind Nickelback. There were a couple songs I'm like, this is a bit much. But I didn't mind them. And then at some stage in my life, which I just stopped listening to them for a very long time. Yeah. Now I'm in this... like, oh, Nickelback sucks.
Well,
how did I get here?
You're kind of out of your cynical. You're getting out of your cynical phase now, right? So, like, when you're younger and like they're the biggest band in the world, and they were like, they held the record. How You Remind Me held the record for the most played song in radio history, and I've quoted this often.
And not just in Canada.
It was
across North America.
Across North America. It was taken over by. Complicated by Avril Lavigne as the most
double
played song.
whammy.
We were killing it up here.
Oh, it was crazy. What a time to be alive. Imagine Dragons at some point probably took over that. But I mean, it was the fact that they were so overplayed, and their songs are good. Like there's some good tunes there. It's just so generic that it just there's nothing memorable about any of these songs.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like legends in music.
They are. They've sold like 50 million records. I mean, they're huge.
Probably more.
They're an enormous band. They're one of the most successful rock bands of all time. And like, I could pick out a song or two because I mean, you know, you listen to Canadian radio and there it is. But for the most part, like, if you were to play a series of their songs throughout their career to someone who'd never heard them before, they'd be like, "Is this all off the same album?" Or
yeah,
like these all sound the same, right? And that goes for a lot of bands. It's just that not all bands became the biggest band in the world. Yeah, that's all. So it's bland, inoffensive rock and roll,
right?
Which is fine sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I just want something easy.
Absolutely,
but with a bit of edge.
Digestible.
Yeah. Like when Photograph comes on, I just think about crying around a campfire
after all my
friends leave and I'm left alone because they've all gone home to their loving families and I'm just sitting here around a fire crying to myself.
And what the hell was on Joey's head?
How does his eyes get so red?
Jeez.
Because he was a doper. That's why.
Joey.
And I don't want to promote that kind of stuff. I don't want to promote breaking into your school in Hannah, Alberta.
We do not support Joey.
That's right.
I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Nickelback.
Yes.
Because fully admit, I love their first album.
And
I still love their first album.
Is that Silver Side Up?
The State.
The State. And Silver Side Up was next?
Silver Side Up was next. That was the one that launched them.
That was How You Remind Me.
Yeah. And when How You Remind Me came out, I think most people were like, this is a really good song.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, this is a really good song. And then radio was like, everyone thinks this is a really good song.
Yeah.
We should just play this song.
This is a 3-minute and 46-second song. We should play it every 3 minutes.
Is that the same album with Too Bad?
Yes. And Too Bad was the second single off that album. Too Bad is a good song.
It is.
Yeah.
So they had an album before that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's amazing.
It's a good,
interesting.
there's some good albums, but it just, they went full generic so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
The thing I always loved about them, though, is that I heard stories about when they, before they made it big, when they were just touring around, they were just, a dirty rock band in a bus, as so many humble beginnings start.
Is that how we all started?
And Chad Kroeger was always very clear about his goal with music. He wanted to make money.
Yep.
He wanted to be a big star.
Yep.
And he wanted to get girls.
Get them girls.
That was what he wanted to do. He didn't want to write the greatest song ever written.
So there you go.
That was what he wanted to accomplish. He went out and he did it and then some. And I was like, you know what? I got to respect that.
Can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
What you can't fault him for is not doing any charity work, blacking out their performance at the Live Aid. And what was the other one? Firing their drummer for not being hot enough.
Yeah.
While the rest of them look like
well,
trolls.
you don't make money with ugly drummers.
That's right, baby. Everybody's focused on that drummer. Hey, Nickelback, why's your drummer so ugly? I'm not going to buy your album.
Hey, you're right. Get out.
Get out of here. That guy died.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. I made that up. Okay. So, I mean, we're not going to add that to the rotation.
Oh.
That's fine. We're not going to do it.
Okay.
But, well, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
You guys do whatever the hell you want.
We're not going to do it.
I'm the music director with no power whatsoever.
Now put on some Patrick Swayze.
Okay, let's do it.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
As is the case, every once in a while, one of us will put up something on the board and not explain it to anybody else. And today is Sarah's turn. Ollie came in and said, I'm going to write this on the board with no explanation. This is Sarah's break, and we want to do this today, so we want to have Sarah in. So, Sarah, welcome back, of course, as always. A lovely guest to have. Not really a guest. I mean, you're a co-host at this point. You're on enough. The title of this break is Sperm Giveaway. Sarah?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes,
One,
please.
please. It's not like cannabis. You can't just go up and be like, yes, one, please.
We're taking on all comers this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's a very well-known
I should
phrase.
apologize in advance for all the jokes that the guys are going to make.
What do you mean?
But yeah, last night I was doom scrolling through Twitter, and I came across this Jezebel story about this sperm giveaway on Instagram.
Okay.
It's been going kind of viral, so I, of course...
Oh, God, I hope not.
Can you do that during...
to be funny
Can
here,
you do
guys.
that during a pandemic? Sperm go viral. Nation weeps for lost generation.
Yeah, so anyways, I went to Instagram. Sure enough, there's this account called Allie and Sam. It's these two Canadian women. They're this LGBT travel couple company. And usually they promote things like healthy dog food or whatnot. You know, they have lots of beautiful pictures of themselves, you know, with their little sandwich board. Not sandwich boards, what are those things called? Like little letters on them.
Oh, yeah.
Marquise?
Maybe?
I don't know.
But yeah, this time they partnered with this cryobank in the States to give away a vial of sperm.
So what happens?
Absolutely.
What have you got to do to enter?
You have to follow them on Instagram.
Okay.
You have to follow the cryobank as typical Instagram contests. You have to follow those accounts, like the post, and then take as many friends as you want below in separate comments.
Okay, so it's just
there's
like...
almost 9,000... Oh, there is. Over 9,000 comments on this post.
So this is just a standard Instagram contest then. It's completely standard. It's just like entering to win like any old giveaway at all.
Yeah.
Except you're going to get a vial of sperm. Do you know
free shipping, too.
Great. Because that was what I was worried about.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
I'm not going to pay $10 for this sperm.
Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, the sperm have free shipping. Like, that's very much supplied. Anyway,
open to residents of Canada in the U.S.
Oh, very nice.
Not affiliated with Instagram.
So sorry, what's the group on it? What's their page on Instagram?
Their handle, Allie and Sam, Allie and Sam.
There's now silence while everyone enters that in, because we can all enter.
I'm entering right now.
Do you know whose sperm you're getting if you win?
No, but you can actually go on this. Let me pull it up again. Oh no, my phone's turned off.
They're
You can
cute.
go on the Cryobank's Instagram account, and they have pictures
of the sperm
of the men who have donated sperm when they were children. Like when
they
they were 4 years old.
donated when they were children?
Because you don't get to see like the other
There's
pictures.
There's punctuation in that sentence.
Comma.
The pictures of the men who donated sperm, comma, when they were children. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So see, like lots of like their baby photos.
Okay. Wow. Okay. This is
None of them
weird.
are that cute, guys.
So
strange.
Time out.
None of them are that cute.
Time out. I'm not sure how I feel about like seeing the guys as kids. Although I get it. It makes sense,
yeah,
right?
it's just like, this is what your baby might look like. Oh, I don't see that.
You can't necessarily find them as adults, but you can like see there. I think that's pretty standard.
I get it. But I kind of also want to see what they look like as adults.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. They don't show you that?
Do you not want
in here. I think in some of the profiles, I think that is an option. Maybe if you get further down this funnel of.
Yeah, I feel like you'd want to see what the guy turned out to look like, right? Because sure, he was lights out as an 8-year-old, but as a 25-year-old,
yeah. I mean, you could peak at age 10.
That's right.
Nobody wants
that.
That's
right. I'm not sure you could give away sperm at age 10. The posts, they're cute. They're an adorable couple. They're both very good looking, travel couple. But the post where they have like what you said, the sign, right? You can put like it's like a menu in a bowling alley where you can pop the letters off and pop them back on. One of those signs.
Yeah.
So they're kissing each other, big smiley faces, and it just says donor sperm giveaway. It's pretty awesome.
Catches your attention.
Have you entered?
No, should I?
Are you gonna? I think you should.
I think we're all entering.
Tag
all of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
In separate comments.
What if you were already following this Cryobank?
Yeah.
Do you not get to enter the contest?
I love how Scott has got a very technical question related to the operation of an Instagram giveaway.
I mean, a successful contest.
Another Instagram giveaway. The Jerry Cans are also giving away this like $1,500 gift card for like
a Jerry Can full of sperm
jackets right now. And I already follow them on Instagram and stuff, so I like unfollow them and then refollow them. So that I can enter. So I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
I think this is the contest that finally makes Lecter join Instagram.
The Cryobank one?
Yeah.
Or the Jerry Can?
The Jerry Can full of sperm one? That one too.
I mean, I'm intrigued. Yeah.
If you could win one of those two contests, which would you rather win?
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Okay,
would you rather win Jerry Can's merch or some sperm?
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe the winter jackets. Maybe I shouldn't give up on Yellowknife Men quite yet. But.
Winter jacket.
I mean, up here, the sperm's a little harder to obtain. The Jerry Cans are here periodically.
That's right.
We can grab their merch.
Well, no, it's not their merch. It's like
it's
they're
like
partnering with like a seamstress and
nice.
Like and she'll like custom make like.
Oh, that's a way better contest.
Okay, yeah, no,
that's a way better contest.
It's not as funny.
Everyone should go enter that one too. Yeah.
I go for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and enter that one. Yeah.
You
can keep your sperm.
I'm gonna enter the sperm giveaway. Like, that's what I'm entering.
Yeah, you go win the sperm. I'll win the jacket.
Can you imagine if I won? Oh my god, that'd be so great.
What would you do with it?
I would. I don't know. Auction it off.
Win parkas for 2.
Okay, there you go. Win parkas for 2 from Jerry Can. 2 very different contests we're talking about this morning.
So you know what?
Yes, I'm confusing.
To clarify, everybody, if you'd like to win some sperm, go to Allie and Sam on Instagram, ALLIE, and if you'd like to win Parker's a gift certificate for $1,500 towards 2 Parkers from Victoria's Arctic Fashion, go to the Jerry Cans on Instagram.
You've only got one more day to get that entry in for that sperm.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
They're announcing the winner tomorrow.
Contacted via DM on August 20th. There it is. Wow.
We'll get on it fast.
I will get on it.
Glad we brought this up.
That's right. Got to let people know so they can enter the sperm giveaway. Sarah, thank you so much.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
I've already tagged some people in that Instagram post, and I've had one of my friends reach out to me. Are you trying to win sperm for me? And I said, yeah, I am.
That's what good friends do.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win you sperm.
Yeah.
Be grateful.
Also, that last Matthew Goodband song, Load. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Monkey Wrench before that. You know.
Have you seen all this hubbub, this hoopla, if you will?
Yep.
About a Grand Slam?
Oh, yes.
Last night.
Fernando Tatis Jr., who is the son of Fernando Tatis, who actually is famous for another Grand Slam because he hit 2 Grand Slams in 1 inning. Fernando Tatis did back in 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's famous for that. Or maybe 99 or 2000, something like that. So his dad, famous for 2 Grand Slams in 1 inning.
Right. Which seems like a bit much.
It's a bit much.
Did he get yelled at for that?
No, he didn't, because that was just bad pitching. And Fernando Tatis Jr., so this is how it shook down. They were up 10-4 late in the game, and it was a 3-0 pitch. Now, for those of you who don't know baseball, on 3-0, that means you got 1 pitch for a walk, right? So you usually take it.
3 walks, no strikes.
Yeah, that's right.
Or three
balls, no strikes.
I'm
baseball
so good at baseball.
Lecter. So you don't usually take, depending on the situation, there's usually a take sign from the coach. It's an unwritten rule.
And what does that mean?
So you the coach will let you know that don't swing at this, because if the guy misses, you're on base. Right. The whole point of the game is getting on base.
Right.
More you get on base, the more runs you score. So it's an unwritten rule that you don't usually swing at a 3-0 pitch, depending on the situation. Now in this situation, he got the take sign from his coach, which apparently he missed. So the other part about a 3-0 pitch is that it's usually going to be a good pitch, because the guy doesn't want to walk somebody, especially with the bases loaded, which they were yesterday.
Right.
So he's going to throw it right over the plate. Tatis, being one of the best hitters in baseball, said, well, there's a meatball. I'm going to jack it. And he did.
Jacked
it out.
Okay.
Again, there's a lot of themes to this morning
easy,
show.
All right.
So he jacked it out for a
Take it easy.
So he hit a grand slam.
Hit the ball hard.
The
baseball.
And then he got a grand slam. So they went up 14-4.
Okay.
So he was dragged a little bit by old schoolers who kind of lean into these unwritten rules of baseball.
Right.
Saying that he showed them up, shouldn't be swinging on a 3-0 pitch, missed the take sign, and you shouldn't be running up the score.
Right.
Which is all nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you miss the sign from your coach, that's one thing, right? But that's between him and his coach. Right? You missed the sign. I didn't tell you to do that. But hey, you got to like the result. The kid hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
Had 7 RBIs in the game, 2 home runs. Now, Fernando Tatis has been under scrutiny before because he's like a young guy, plays the game with a lot of passion, plays the game with a lot of flash too.
And his hair is pretty wild.
Fantastic player. He's one of the young guys that is making baseball fun to watch again. So,
how dare he?
How dare he? So these a lot of old schoolers lean into these unwritten rules. Some of them make sense, but some of them just don't. They're stupid. Like if there's a 3-0 pitch, you're going to get a good pitch, swing at it. And the whole point, I mean, like in any situation, you get a good pitch, swing at it.
Right.
Like the reaction time for a major league pitch is like 3/4 of a second. If you have a chance to get a good pitch, you swing at it, no matter what. And I mean, like leads, even an 8-run lead, which is what they had after, or pardon me, a 10-run lead, can evaporate pretty quickly. Right. It's basically like it can really happen. I mean, we're in the juiced ball era right now, and if you don't know what that means, it means they've changed the way the balls are made, and now they're popping off the bat a little bit more. So there's more home runs and stuff like that, and harder hit balls.
Right,
is what's going on
because they're cracking down on steroids. So they got to juice something.
They got to juice something. Yeah. Got to do something. Baby.
Okay.
So he was getting dragged a lot, but just for a little bit, and then after that, like the majority of fans and players alike were both like, "Nope, it's a grand slam. That's exciting. This kid's making this game exciting. Like, let him do it." And one commentator on Twitter was like, so Fernando Tatis apologized for doing that. He's now apologized more than any Astros player for what they did. So,
man.
So some of these unwritten rules. I want to clue you into some of these unwritten rules.
Okay.
Right. So where's the 301? I want to find the 301. It's not here in this list, but okay.
When a game has the opportunity to be boring and uneventful,
that's right.
You don't go against the grain.
That's right.
That is baseball 101.
Yes. So here's a couple of them. Don't hit and run on an 0-2 count, right? Because if the guy strikes out and you run and you get caught, that's a double play.
Right.
It happens every once in a while, but don't do it.
Right.
Never make the first or third out at third. Right.
Okay.
That's what you're never supposed to do that. It's not an unwritten rule. It's just like, don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't steal third with 2 outs, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be thrown out at third to end an inning.
Okay.
Never give up a home run in 0-2 count. Not really an unwritten rule. It's just
seems very much written.
Try not to give up a home run ever.
Yeah.
Don't take a strike when your club is behind in a ball game. Like, just be aggressive.
Right.
Leadoff hitter must be a base stealer. Designated hitter must be a power hitter. Those are unwritten rules that they have to be. But
seems like strategy, not really
right. That's strategy,
rule,
right?
Perhaps. Yeah.
So don't. One of them that's not here. One of them is pretty common amongst other sports. Never mention a no hitter while it's in progress. So just like in hockey, never mention a shutout when it's in progress.
Yeah.
So one of the bigger ones though that isn't here for some reason is do not bunt when there's a no-hitter at play.
Oh.
Now, if you're down, if it's a close game, have at it.
Right.
But say you're in a no-hitting, your team's getting no-hit, and the other team's up 6-0.
Right.
And you come up in the ninth and you bunt to get on. That's one of those unwritten rules that's like, yeah, don't do that. And I can kind of get behind that one. Most of these rules are pretty stupid, and they're just kind of unwritten, like old-school rules. Don't slide spikes up, stuff like that.
Right.
So try to do the no-hitter thing, though. But if you're down by one and it's a super close game and you try to bunt, you break up the no-hitter, like more power to you. You're just trying to get on base.
Yeah.
But if you're down 6-0 and there's a no-hitter at stake, yeah, don't mess with the guy's no-hitter. You know?
That's
stuff
fair.
like that.
Yeah.
So I think every sport has unwritten rules. What are some of hockey's unwritten rules?
Well, the shutout one, like you mentioned.
Yep.
I mean, you don't run the goalie or like try to hurt the goalie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. There's not too many, I don't think. Like there's like some people, in terms of like running up the score if like a team is already ahead by a bunch,
unless it's the World Juniors and you're depending on aggregate.
Yeah, you kind of take your foot off the gas pedal a little bit, but yeah, I don't know that there's definitely not one like this. Like this just. Yeah. This just struck me as odd.
Yeah, it's one of those like it's one of those etiquette rules in baseball, which is kind of really, really old school.
Right.
Like don't run up the score. It's like whatever. It's a Major League Baseball game.
Right.
Here's an idea. Don't give up. Don't have the bases loaded and then go 3-0.
Yeah.
Like 3-0 to a guy. Like try to throw it over the damn plate. I mean, you might get lucky. He might hit one. He might hit a tater, or you might get lucky and he might top it or hit it on the ground. And there you go.
Yeah.
So one of these other ones, though, is never give up an intentional walk if first base is occupied, right? Because you don't want to put more people on base.
Right.
Just a little insight into that one, and an insight into how dangerous Barry Bonds was as a hitter. He's the only person ever to be intentionally walked. So in his last couple of seasons, he was intentionally walked like 100,000 times.
Right.
And so he's the only person in Major League history to be intentionally walked with the bases loaded. So they had the bases loaded with Barry Bonds up, and they're like, you know what? We'll take the one run as opposed to what this guy's probably going to do.
Yeah.
Which is to jack it out of the park.
All right. We talked.
Are we done about this? We talked about this. So anyway, unwritten rules in baseball are pretty silly. And if the kid wants to hit a grand slam and he can, let him do it.
I imagine when the, back in like the 30s or whatever, when the unwritten rule came about that you don't have a cigar in your mouth while you're at bat.
Yeah,
Babe Ruth must have been pissed.
It was called the Babe Ruth rule. Try not eating a hot dog on your way to the home plate. Yeah. There was a lot of unwritten rules in baseball back in the 30s. And one would probably prevent Fernando Tatis from even playing. Baseball's come a long way and still has some ways to go. That's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin this morning. Lecter and I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a good day with yourself, by yourself. Stay by yourself today. Don't interact with anybody. Stay home and think about what you've done. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.